ranked team against an unranked opponent, can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. And the Aztecs will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Offense set on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast.
A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set in the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Averill. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? The give to the fullback. The Aztecs are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
And it's picked off. Got room on the return. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And the sophomore has to get that one out in front of his receiver.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
On the move at the 30. Nothing but green ahead. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Now the play fake. Throwing right. He's got an open man. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
This is a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking downfield. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Handoff from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got room at the 35. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. That's caught. It's Averill. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Auburn 14, San Diego State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, San Diego State.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Motion from the offense. Looking to throw it again. Quickly complete. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls and fires complete. Touchdown Aztecs! Pulled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
These situations in football come up all the time. You practice them all throughout the week. Short yardage, gotta have it situations. I am not bringing my punt unit on the field. I gotta bow up, prove out to my team, to my unit, to everybody out there, I can get this first down. Let's go.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
Tuna.
Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And the Aztecs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Cricket.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Coates. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd. He wants to take the top off. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs, we've got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. And the returner will be knocked down.
And your San Diego State Aztecs will take over 1st and 10.
San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offense,
Got a lot of running room. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Aztecs trying to pay off the threat on first and goal.
6-9-1, Gators score. Slab. Timber.
Quarterback will audible. The snap sets up to throw. Feeling some heat. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Aztecs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
14.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around.
He's got it down the left side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air, it's Coates. Going up top. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
And that pass picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Aztecs will kick it away to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense did a really good job stringing that one out.
You got to see the counter when you start to pull guys, understanding I'm going to spill that ball, make sure it bounces outside, out wide, doesn't come downhill. Great job.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The give from the gun. Tackled, but he has a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Oh, it's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession.
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways, and the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Coming after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Tigers. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Number 18.
There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And when those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Averill. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wide out in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
This defense is in for a long day because they're not going to have to only play with great awareness and eye discipline. They're going to have to be willing to run sideline to sideline and have to try to shut down receivers like that on jet sweeps.
And throws off the RPO. And he brought one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
This offense set up with a second and short. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
The Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10.
Alert, alert.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
Brings up second down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Easy.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see.
Squirrel.
On second down, looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming.
We are all tied up.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break.
Cobra. Arrow.
From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring out fourth down.
Yankee blue.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, San Diego State.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Not a chance. Missed it. And here in the 4th quarter, still all tied up, guys. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The give out of the gun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Second down coming up.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. He's going up top. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the ground, he's got it again. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Quick strike complete. At the 35, he's got room. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Looking for room. It's April. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick six. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. LSU managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the gumbo there in Baton Rouge this week. These Tigers are to blame for this one being this close. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. It's complete to the left. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. This offense has a second down play.
29 Philly, 2-9.
He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Averill. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
He's looking to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Averill. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
And this defense is all over the quick game right now. They're up in possession, and they are tackling and they're pursuing the football. Nice play on that one.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
The aerial assault continues. Moving out of the pocket. He makes the connection. Finds a crease at the 20. Giving him his pads. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Quarterback checking the play.
Black 24. Black 24.
With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And what a huge scoring extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important.
Makes the grab on the left side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Now improvising. Unleashes one. Working on the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
First down here for the offense. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Auburn.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this will be for the win. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the miss here in the 4th quarter, still deadlocked. So here comes our first play of overtime. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Fakes his man out. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Aztecs! And they're on top here in overtime.
Man, you talk about striking first and creating some momentum in overtime. The first play, you take it to the house and you flip the whole game and put all the pressure on the other sideline. Palmer, that's how you start an OT.
Yeah, David, that's just 11 guys on offense locked in. First play, score a touchdown, put all the pressure on your opponent. They understand what it's going to take to win this football game.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Zings it complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more...
Touchdown, Auburn! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously, very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by one, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it, end the game right here, and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And he made the extra point without problem. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. From the gun, the ground game. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Auburn doing business in the red zone. Touchdown, Tigers! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. Looking to pass. It's Coates. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
41, San Diego State, 35.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Getting some heat. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Offense working from the pistol. Going to the run, it's Averill. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, San Diego State. And what a great response here in overtime.
And what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I gotta go for 2. I know the new overtime rules, they changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Have to go for 2 here in the second overtime, and this one would win the game.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Hawk. Go.
Wants to go up top. They do not convert, and we are still tied, headed for triple overtime. And now it's all 2-point conversion attempts from here on out.
Cricket.
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. So here we go, dueling 2-point conversions from this point forward. Snap in the shotgun. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2.
This is like a heavyweight fight. Both of these teams have been trading blows back and forth. At the end, it's this offense delivering the knockout blow, getting that 2-point conversion for the win.
How awesome of a game, though. Back and forth, so many highs, so many lows, and fitting. It comes down to the last play of the football game, and not surprisingly, the offense executes and gets the win.
Back to pass, it's Coates. He's got it for the 2, and we're all tied up.
That's the end of the third overtime, with the game still tied.
So here we go again, and we'll see just how deep that two-point conversion bag really is. They'll try to power it in. They are stopped on the two-point try, and now it'll be up to the defense.
Remains tied.
They got the stop, now to win it with a 2. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. They broke serve, now a chance to win it with a two-point conversion.
29 Philly.
From the gun, looking for a man. That's it. That's the ball game. The two-point try is a winner in OT. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters.